friends, I'm Becca and today I'm coming at you with another book haul. I realized that I've gotten quite a few books in the past month or so, really in June and July, but the thing is, I've talked about a lot of these books in videos and didn't even realize I hadn't hauled them. So I've got a couple books like that where I've just had them for a while and haven't hauled them. Oops. I've also got some library books, some bookish items, and books I bought. Just, you know, a little bit of everything in this haul. So let's just jump right in. First, I'm going to talk about some of the bookish items I've gotten recently. The first item is this cute, adorable little journal. Books I've read, a reader's journal, and it's those write it down things. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. I love these little journals. They come in all different types. I've loved this style journal for a while. There's only one in there so far. I used it to take notes when I read We Were Liars, so it worked out really well for that. Next, I got these cute little pins. The first one I have is this adorable one that has a stack of books and a bike, and it says ride a bike, read a book. The next one is a really cute bookish one. It has a girl on it and it says Pride and Prejudice, and while I still haven't read Pride and Prejudice, I thought that this was adorable and I had to get it. When I went to the midnight release of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, I picked up these two pins. The first one is a Hufflepuff pin, gotta have my Hufflepuff pride, and I also got a Ravenclaw pin because if I'm not in Hufflepuff, I'm definitely in Ravenclaw. The last item I'm going to show today is a bookmark, but it's actually a gift card, a Barnes & Noble gift card, but I got it just because it's a bookmark and it has illustrations from Harry Potter, the illustrated version. This is from Diagon Alley, I believe, or Hogsmeade, one of those. Okay, let's get into the books. The first three books I'm going to show you I've gotten within the past couple months, and I've talked about them, definitely read them, but I haven't hauled them. So I wanted to officially haul them. The first one, of course, being Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I read it, I reviewed it, I really enjoyed it, even though I had some problems with it. So I'll leave that book talk linked so you guys can check it out. Second, I have The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I got this to read for the biannual Bibliothon. I freaking loved it, gave it 5 stars. I did a book review on this book as well, and I'll leave that linked because I still had a couple problems with it, even though I did give this 5 stars. But overall, I absolutely loved this book. If you haven't read it, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's a great summer read, so you still got some time to read it before the summer officially ends. And of course, probably one of my favorite books that I've gotten this summer is The Merciless 2 by Danielle Vega, the sequel to The Merciless. Of course, this is probably my favorite duology, even more than To All the Boys I've Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You, because horror. And I just love the story in these books so much. Fall is coming up, so you guys have to read The Merciless and The Merciless 2 during fall. It's amazing, and I promise that y'all won't be disappointed. Next, I have a couple library books. The first one I have is Everybody Sees the Ants by A.S. King. I've heard Ariel Bissett talk about this book forever, but I've never heard the plot described, and then recently she did a video where she talked about the plot, and that made me want to read it even more, so I went ahead and picked it up. Hopefully I'll get around to reading it. It looks like it's fairly short, but I have a few books that I need to read this month, so here's hoping. The second book I got from the library is Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. This is the first book in the Shatter Me series. I've never been super interested in the series, so I just keep picking it up every once in a while, and if I read it, I read it, and if I don't, I don't, but here it is. The next two books I'm going to show are ones that I received from Sasha over at aka Miss Fierce. She did a giveaway for her 300 subscriber celebration, which is awesome. Congratulations, Sasha, of course. I got second place in that giveaway, and I got to pick 2 books off of a list. The first one I picked was The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. I do own a copy of this, but this cover is freaking amazing. I've been thinking about picking up this edition, and now I don't have to, so thank you, Sasha. She also sent me The Nightmare Affair by Mindy Arnett. This looks like it's a young adult paranormal supernatural book about a 16-year-old girl who is literally a nightmare whatever that means, and she goes to a boarding school with other creatures. So the story sounds like it's going to be really interesting. The cover is beautiful. I love the color of it. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. Thank you again, Sasha, for sending me those books and picking me as part of your giveaway. Now let's get into the books I've actually bought. The first two books I'm going to show you are cozy mysteries that I got on Mackinac Island. The first one is Geared for the Grave, and the second one is Breaking for Bodies, both by Duffy Brown. They're the first two books in a new series about a woman who lives in LA, and she moves from LA to Mackinac Island. So yes, this whole series is going to be set on Mackinac Island, and I could not be more thrilled, you guys. The third book isn't out yet, but the people at the bookstore said that we can contact them when we know that it's out, and they'll send us one, because I mean, they're just as excited as we are, and the author became friends with the ladies at the bookstore. I haven't started reading the first one yet, but I cannot wait for all of the references to the island and island life. I know that there's a map in the first one, and they changed some names of stuff, obviously, but it's just so cute. I knew that I had to have these for my collection, and Josh got them for me on the island. Oh my gosh, I'm so thrilled. Next is one I got a while back, and it is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This is about a heist, apparently. Josh originally wanted to read it, but he couldn't really get into it, so I officially moved it to my shelf. It's really cool because the pages are black, the inside is red, and it looks freaking gorgeous. I don't know when I'm going to read this book, but I'm happy to have it. Next is one that I got recently, and oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so freaking thrilled because it's probably so far up on my wish list for ages now. The Diviners by Libba Bray in the hardcover, so I get the gorgeous cover. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. I got this from the library a while back, and I knew within the first 10 pages that I wanted to own it. I've been waiting to find an inexpensive version of the hardcover, and I finally did on Amazon, go figure, for like, I don't know, $4 or something like that. So yeah, I'm really excited to have this in my collection finally, and it looks so gorgeous on my shelf. Oh, I'm so happy. This next one is pretty cool. It's actually the manga version of Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, and I love Les Miserables so much. I'm really excited to read this. The pictures are awesome. And yeah, I love the movie, love the musical, and I'm really excited that I have the manga version of this book. I didn't even know it existed. I'm doing a buddy read with Aoife next month. We're going to be reading Asking for It by Louise O'Neill. This is about an 18-year-old Irish girl who goes to a party and then is found on her parents' doorstep unconscious, and she doesn't really remember what happened at the party, but then scandalous pictures are leaked online. From the sleeve, it's saying that her and her friends were dressed to impress. So I'm assuming the big argument in this book is going to be whether or not she was asking for it based on what she was wearing. So I'm really excited to read this with Aoife. I've been wanting to read this forever. I'm excited. And the last book I've got recently is With Malice by Eileen Cook. This is a young adult thriller about a girl who goes on a class trip to Italy and then wakes up in the hospital after getting in a fatal car crash. Her best friend dies, but she doesn't remember anything. I don't know why that always ends up being the premise of these thrillers, but I like it, so I'll read it. According to Peter over at Peter Likes Books, this is kind of like We Were Liars, except better. You will never see the ending coming, so I knew immediately I needed to read it, and I'm so happy to have it. I'll probably be picking it up really soon. And there you guys go. Those are all of the books that I've acquired recently and some bookish items. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below to see more bookish videos. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you next time.